Hi, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. We're going to continue our flight into the deep of this language. I hope I can demystify a little bit of this language to you by explaining to you exactly how the characters are made up and how we make meaning, putting four characters most commonly used together. 长枪短炮. Yesterday we talked about how we kind of transfer what we have in the language already, 枪 and 炮, before the firearm age to use on the new inventions. So 长枪短炮 actually used to describe the contemporary media reporting with many cameras, like a long lens, look like a gun, shooting at an event. Okay, so today we'll continue with 短,目光短浅. Okay, there's some very interesting images here. 目光短浅, we have 目, look at that, exactly visual representation of, I don't want to sound racist, but this is an ancient East Asian eyes. I mean, I don't exactly have the typical eye, I guess. At least this is the ideal eye shape. That's why it's drawn like that, right? So with this inner eye and outer eye kind of slanted a little bit and kind of long and narrow, that's probably preferred as like a beauty standard of the eye. But anyway, it's a very direct, like even us today can see that, oh, that's an eye. Eventually that was abstracted, right? And this horizontally drawn eye becomes vertically, and it got simplified and becomes a box with two lines. So that's how the eye actually came from. That makes sense, right? 光, okay. When I look at this character, it kind of almost have the comical feeling because this looks like two eyes with a mustached man. Looks like that face, but actually this image of this and with the two dots is like the top portion of it is the symbol of fire. I kind of explained before, it's like a cone shape. So this is human figure, right? And this is a cone shape. This cone shape with two dots separated from the main body. That's a visual representation of the fire because the fire kind of have the cone shape, right? It's a 3D, right? It's not flat. It's a cone in the middle where the fire are burning, and then sparkles occasionally will escape, like separated from the main body of the fire. That's a visual representation of fire. And then the bottom of it, kind of like, okay, you have I picture this as the collarbone, the arms and torso, almost like a snake person or mermaid. But I don't know, it's a representation of a human figure at the bottom, ancient times. And there are different ways of representing what is a person, right? So this is the bottom, the two leg, that's the most obvious symbol of a person. And the top is the fire. So anyways, this talks about the fire over on top of a person. What is that? It is the sun, because before electricity, okay, before Edison invented electricity, people use oil lamps, right? Yes, we do have sort of light source, but that's like only people, it costs something. It's not like a free. For you to see light and for free, that's coming from the sun. And that's the main light source back then. So Chinese use this person below this big ball of fire. That's together, this combination, this positional combination to mean the light. So that's the light source. So I light, okay? And then we have 短, we talk about this arrow in relative to the bow. Arrow and the bow, so arrow is the short one. So we use that as a short, the right side is 豆, and it's a sound maker transformed into 短. 浅, okay, we also talked about that a little bit before. Okay, meaning maker, sound maker, classical structure as well. The meaning maker is water, something related to water, and you can see the streams of water. The full form of water expressed before have five strokes. So it's the mainstream, right? And you have this little bit of here, totally 5 strokes. How complicated is that? So eventually in contemporary simplified Chinese, we use just 3 dots to mean the 3, streams to express as a water. So you also have this splashy, sense over there. And then the right side was simplified from this. And this was a type of weaponry. And this is the sound maker. So the weaponry in one episode I showed you that is kind of short. So there's also like a different weaponry between that kind of a dagger thing and a longer metal weapon. So this is the short one, and you have 2 short ones stacking up. Still, it's short. So with water, with short, so 2 times short, it means shallow. Okay, so I like short, shallow. Short, shallow, we can make sense, right? Because these are short, and you have short simply means short distance. And shallow simply means in the water is shallow. So spatially short could be any direction that's short, right? Mostly above the water. But if it's underwater, we use shallow, we use this with water symbol to mean it's related to water short. And okay, you have short here and the 目光, eye light. Okay, it doesn't mean the light beaming out of your eyes. Okay, doesn't look like that. Eye light actually is a Chinese expression to mean eyesight. It makes sense, right? So you have an eye, the device to capture the sight. And you have a light, the condition that you can see anything, right? Only when things are lit up, like in the daylight, you can see stuff. So eye and the light together is the conditional, the 2 conditions. You have the receiver of the sight, and you have the environmental condition to shine the light on objects so that you can visibly see it. You can process it in your brain, so to speak. So 目光 actually is a Chinese way to say eyesight. So you have short, short-sighted. Very rational, right? Okay, I just used this blow up image of, is it called a chameleon? Ugh, I don't exactly know how to pronounce it, but you get it. It's a reptile with this camera looking spherical eyeball that can be tuned into different directions. That's some amazing eye structure. And I'm not sure if this animal in particular have short-sighted, but this is the eyesight that I want to emphasize. So 目光短浅 is how you say short-sighted in Chinese. 开始into the currency of thinking with Sophie. See you another day.